Welcome to Reset and Restore. We're going to do some gentle movement and really focus on releasing tension in the shoulders and opening up the chest and upper back and even the neck a bit, and then do some breathing and work on a meditation to really experience the balance of our pure awareness that doesn't change no matter what is happening within us or around us. So let's just start in a comfortable seated posture on the floor, or even on a chair is just fine. And just start, as we always do, by finding a good rooted seat to feel the places where your body is meeting the surface underneath of you, the chair or the floor. And if you are on the floor, make sure, or even in a chair for that matter, make sure that you feel that your pelvis is neutral so that the spine can lengthen up out of the pelvis. If you notice that you're hunched back, that your pubic bone is lifted, that your tail is sort of tucked under, then get something underneath of you. This is a meditation cushion, but a pillow, a couple of blankets can work really well to give the hips some space so that the pelvis can be neutral and you can find that lengthening and that alignment of the spine from that place. Okay. And this is good not only for right now, but sitting and working quite a bit. Just a rolled up towel under your seat can be really helpful for just being able to sit up a little taller without using a lot of the muscles in your upper back to try to pull your upper back to try to lift your chest, which is what we often do. So many of us often do. We think of like, oh, I need to improve my posture. And so we're rounded here, and then we just try to lift the chest, but we're not really addressing what's going on in the pelvis. And it's just not sustainable and builds up a lot of tension in the upper back and shoulder. So find that good rooted seat, the neutral pelvis, and let's just bring the palms face down on the legs for a moment. Close the eyes. Take a couple of intentional breaths, really focusing on deepening the exhalation. You can do that by pursing your lips and blowing your breath out as if through a straw, like this. Or you can keep the lips sealed and just exhale with a little bit of deliberate but gentle force through the nose. Or just sigh it out. Whatever feels good to you. Focus on the out breath. Know that the inhalations will happen naturally. And then just let go of managing the breath, manipulating the breath in any way. Seal the lips and just let yourself settle. In this moment of settling, the essence of this practice is to just direct the spotlight of your attention to the breath. Breath is always there for you to pay attention to anchor your awareness on. And while the fact that you're breathing always is a convenient anchor, really, the magic is in that your breath is like the remote control to your nervous system, to your mind. So when you pay attention to it, it'll naturally slow down as you settle in with your awareness. And what happens is your nervous system comes back to that place of balance. I'm using very general language here, but everything comes back to that center point or more in that direction. And it's really easy for a sensation in the body to take the spotlight of your attention away from your breath. Oh, I feel this and that, or oh, this. Or a thought, oh yeah, can't forget about this thing. Or even an emotion. Sometimes when we let ourselves get quiet and settle, feelings that have just we've just held down a bit can start to come into the space of our awareness. In the centering practice and later in our yoga nidra, it's really just about witnessing. Okay, good. So I want to encourage you to keep your eyes closed here so you can keep that inward focus, that attention on your breath. And then just start to roll the shoulders forward and up and back and down. And like me at first, this might feel really mechanical and sort of jagged. That's okay. But just let yourself slowly start to let the movement be more fluid. More round, more open. And if you want, as I'm doing, you can start to move the upper back a little so that you're rounding a bit as the shoulders come forward and you're arching a bit as the shoulders go back. So it's almost like a miniature cat-cow in the upper back as the shoulders round, make these circles. And we're doing this right now because this is a really simple, great way that you don't even have to get up to just start to get some circulation and some movement and some release of tension in the shoulders while you're working or you're at a stoplight. Or even when you're going to the bathroom or brushing your teeth. All right, nice. Sometime soon, just release that movement. And let's just take it right into some side bends. Bring the hands out to either side. Bring one arm up and over. And then comes through center. Other arm up and over. And just keep going here and coordinate this movement with your breath. I highly recommend that you inhale as you come through center. And then as you're bending to one side, exhale. And remember, a moment ago when we were emphasizing the exhalation, go back to that. Because when you emphasize the exhalation, you engage the abdominal wall a bit, and this helps to not only strengthen the abdominal wall, but support the spine. And this is great because as you're bending side to side here, it's super helpful to keep the spine upright and to avoid hunching forward, to stay on that same plane so that it's truly a side bend. Okay. A few more rounds and just notice which side feels a little more challenging, even if it's subtle. And then the next time you go to that side, just stay on that side. And see if you can just gently bring the bottom shoulder forward just a little and the back shoulder back just a little so that the chest lifts. and then make giant circles with that upper arm. And maybe the circles start small and get a little bigger. It's fine. And see if you can let the chest roll open a little bit more as that upper hand reaches back a bit. And you might also consider just watching the hand with the gaze of your eyes. That'll bring it into the neck just a bit. Okay, nice job. Next time that hand, upper arm comes around, just bring it down and come through center and take the side bend to the other side. And then go for circles on that side too. And just like the first side, circles might start a little smaller and get bigger. See about rolling the chest open toward the ceiling a bit as you reach back. And see also about maybe following the gaze. It might be different on this side. Just be gentle. It's never necessary or frankly beneficial to force. Good, next time that arm comes around, come on back to center. And now just interlace the fingers behind the head so your elbows are pointed straight out to either side. And then here, just bring the elbows towards each other and round your upper back a bit, tuck your chin to your chest. And then open the arms up like butterfly wings. Press your head into your hands and reach the elbows back a bit. And do that some more. And coordinate with your breath. I really like to hear inhale as I bring the elbows together and round so that the expansion of the in-breath is happening between the shoulder blades. And then exhale as I open up, because as we've already talked about, the lift of the belly supports the spine and keeps the opening more supported from underneath. Okay, one more time. And let's end with the elbows nice and open. And now keep this, press the head into the hands just a little bit. Make sure that you're reaching up through the crown of your head so the back of your neck is long. And then imagine that with the crown of your head, you're just drawing circles on the ceiling. And keep everything from the waist down relatively still. So you're just moving the rib cage, the shoulder girdle, and obviously the arms, the cervical spine, the skull. Obviously the thoracic spine too, part of the spine that's by the ribs. Okay, good. Sometime soon, just change direction. Might start a little smaller. Keep your elbows nice and open. Use your hands as a bit of a basket for your head. Notice how this way is more challenging. You both heard me talk about how we tend to do our more open side first. Make sure you're breathing. So good. Sometime soon, come back to center, nice and slow. And let's just release the arms down momentarily. We're going to do one more thing to really open up through the upper back and shoulder girdle and neck. So bring your hands to your deltoid muscles, the muscles on the sort of outside of the shoulders here, as best you can. I try to hook my thumb around back and bring the 4 fingers just forward of that muscle. Do your best. This can feel challenging. And then just start to fan or helicopter those arms. And I want to encourage you to think more about the elbow that's reaching back and to focus on that backward reach. So just like the circles that we were just making, this movement is really in the rib cage up, the waist up, if you will. Take your time. Know that this is a scenario where the range of motion might increase a little bit. Just notice here as we do this another 60 seconds or so, if you can reduce the effort you're exerting, but still create this movement. Make it a little more fluid, organic, more from gentle momentum, not over efforting. Make sure you're breathing. So good. Okay, just start to gently release that movement, nice and slow. Come on back to center, and I'll just bring the backs of the hands to the knees so that the palms face up. And close your eyes. We're going to do a bit more breathing on our backs as we come down for our Yoga Nidra. But for just a moment here, before we come down on our backs, I'd like for you to really narrow the spotlight of your attention onto the side ribs. So the space between the armpits and sort of the natural waist, which is rather high for most of us. Perhaps not where you actually wear your waistband, but just below the ribs. But focus on the sides. And as you focus your attention on the side ribs here, the sides of the rib cage, feel a horizontal expansion as you inhale and a softening as you exhale. And really use your imagination to emphasize, not physically, but mentally, to emphasize what's happening there. To really focus on and experience the rib cage moving horizontally out. You might even really feel and focus on that feeling of those sides of the rib cage moving toward the inner upper arms as you inhale. A little emphasis, gentle emphasis of the exhalation will create more capacity in the lungs for a deeper in-breath and therefore more horizontal expansion of the rib cage. And if it feels good while you're here, as you focus on this for another 45 seconds or so, consider just rolling the neck from side to side. I don't recommend going back, but left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, and then right ear to right shoulder and back and forth a couple times. Might feel nice. So good. Okay, sometime soon, if you're rolling the neck, rolling the head a bit side to side, come to center, bring the head back up. And then we're going to come onto our backs now for Yoga Nidra. We will do a little breathing, but in the effort to release tension. We'll breathe and do some tensing and releasing. And that'll be our guided breathing before our meditation. So come on down. And as always, make sure that you're supporting under your knees. Supporting the back of the neck. Make sure your feet are warm and you've got a blanket to cover yourself up. Stay nice and cozy. And as you're settling in here, let's do some really deep breaths. And as you inhale slowly, deeply, tense and squeeze up your body. You can focus on your upper back and arms and shoulders, neck first, or you can just go for the whole and then work your way down, or you can just go for the whole body every time. But you'll squeeze and tense and just tighten everything up as you inhale. You might even hold the breath in for 5-10 seconds at the top. And then as you exhale, release all of it and really exhale deeply. Sound is helpful, and I can't hear you and no one else, at least in Zoom world, can hear you. So really give yourself the gift of release. Tense and tighten as you inhale, just once or twice more, tightening even more each time, and then releasing, letting go as you exhale. A little bit more, a little bit more. So good. And just begin to let go of that and settle into stillness. And as you're settling, just do an initial scan of the body and make some adjustments to make yourself 5, 10, 15% more comfortable. And as you've heard me say before, the physical comfort of the body here is really key, because our body sends so much information to the brain. So if we are physically relaxed, supported, comforted, warm, then our minds will feel more relaxed, still, calm, content. So just really notice how supported and comfortable you are. In this moment, and really feel everything underneath of you that's holding you. Feel how supported and held you are right now. And just let yourself receive it. So often we have tensing and gripping and clenching and holding in the body that is so familiar, so habitual, that we're completely unaware how we're bracing ourselves. Let yourself in this moment be so held, so supported. Give your body to the earth that's there for you. Just start to really feel that settling in the body. And just recognize how, for likely many, many hours today, you've been moving, or even if you've been sitting a lot, like at a desk, you've still been holding yourself. And so, in order to really invite balance into our experience today, let go of holding yourself for now. It's time to set an intention for your practice. And to do this right now, I'd like for you to ask yourself if there's something that feels out of harmony. Just to acknowledge perhaps the biggest challenge you're facing right now. And it may be an external situation, but it also may be an inner challenge, an inner struggle. And as you sort of hold that challenge, the idea of that, the situation, the circumstance, the experience of that which is out of harmony in your life right now, in your awareness, take a moment to listen to your heart about, listen for what you really need. Do I really need to end this struggle, to bring this challenge back into harmony? And know that it's not necessarily about a quote unquote solution, but what inner experience do you need to be at harmony with whatever is out of harmony, even if nothing changes? What do you need? What does your heart say you really need? And then just use that, whatever has come up for you, trust it. And in this moment, just repeat that word or that need or desire for yourself. We spoke earlier of balance, so I'll just use that as an example. Even though that's not necessarily what is needed. But just using that as an example, say to yourself, balance, balance. You might even say, I am balanced. I can experience balance. Balance. And as you repeat this a few more times, just imagine that this word, this need, this desire is like a drop in the bucket, and it has this ripple effect out into your whole body, your mind, your heart, your spirit. Just feel it reverberating and expanding out into every part of you. Good. Let that go for now. Let the sound of my voice become the sound of your own voice. As I go through the body, mentioning various parts of the body, allow a narrow spotlight of awareness to move to each part, to illuminate the experience of that part of your body right now. What is it? Just observing, witnessing, feeling what's present. No need to judge or analyze or label. Simply notice. Start with the mouth as a whole. Notice the lips and teeth and gums. Feel the tongue. Feel the jaw now, the hinge of the jaw. Become aware of the ears. Feel the outsides of the ears, the outer ears, and then the inner ears. Be present to the experience of your ears receiving sound. Become aware of the forehead now, the eyebrows, the space between the eyebrows, and the eyes as a whole. Feel the eyelids and the surfaces of the eyes and the backs of the eyes. Become aware of the nose, the tip of the nose, the nostrils. And feel the air flowing in and out of the nostrils as you breathe. Feel the skin of the cheeks and the whole face. Become aware of the scalp now and feel the whole head. Notice the back of the neck and the sides of the neck and the throat. And with as little effort as possible here, gently, very gently swallow and experience every sensation as you do. Become aware of the shoulder girdle. Notice the shoulder blades and the collarbones and the armpits. Feel down the upper arms to the elbows and the forearms to the wrists. Notice the backs of the hands, the thumbs and fingers, Feel the palms of the hands now. Expand the spotlight of your awareness to experience both hands and both arms at the same time. Feel the upper third of the back and the chest. Become aware of the rib cage. Feel the back ribs, the side ribs, the front, they come around. Notice the abdomen, the sides of the waist, and the low back. Feel the sacrum, the outer hips, the low belly, the genitals. Become aware of the hip sockets. Feel down the upper half of the legs to the knees, the lower half of the legs to the ankles. Feel the tops of the feet, the toes, the soles of the feet. Become aware of both feet and both legs simultaneously now. Feel the whole back body, every part of the body facing the earth. Experience the whole front body, every part of the body facing away from the earth. Notice the body breathing. Feel the back body sink a little deeper into the earth. As you inhale, feel the front body expand a little more away from the earth. As you expand and breathe in. And as you exhale, feel the whole body softening. Feel the boundaries of the body dissolving as if you're just melting, spreading out, getting softer, warmer, more and more relaxed. Whole body breathing. And just take a moment to become aware of all that's in your awareness. Observe how the sensations of the body change, the flow of the breath changes, but you're witnessing these experiences from an unchanging awareness. It's always there, always accessible, always in a state of equanimity. As you feel the gentle ebb and flow of the breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Observe the differences between the inhalation and exhalation. Just noticing if one feels a little stronger, the other a bit softer. No need to change or manage anything. Simply observe this present experience, trusting your body to breathe as it will and watching from the unchanging awareness that is the essence of who you are. Inhaling and exhaling, noticing if one part of the breath may feel a little warmer, the other a bit cooler. Really feeling that subtle touch of the breath as it enters and leaves your nostrils, as it passes across the throat, going in and out. The expansion that occurs in the body with each inhalation. The softening, the release that occurs with each exhalation. Every single cell in your entire body is experiencing the breath. This breath. And this breath. And just recognizing all that's in your awareness. Who is witnessing the body breathing? Just really let that experience, that felt sense of being, just be your central experience right now. Just really observing the wholeness of this moment. So bring to mind a sense of balance. Or perhaps a feeling of equanimity. It may be helpful to recall a memory where you felt the sense of balance or equanimity. Or it may be that you use your imagination to experience for yourself a sense of balance, of equanimity. Please know it's not about the details of external circumstances, but a felt sense. What's present for you when you feel balanced. What's not present? Just allow yourself, as you have been, to witness the experience, to stay open to witnessing. Let yourself feel into the heart space. And just notice if there's any sense here within the heart of harmony, of balance, of equanimity. Spaciousness. Notice the breath in this space of your heart. And give yourself just another moment here to feel that expansive receptivity of the in-breath. And the soft release of the out-breath. And just like the drop of water in a bucket or in a body of water, just feel the quality of harmony, of balance, of equanimity, expanding from the heart all the way out into every cell of your physical body and beyond, into the energy around you, into your life experience. And as you continue to observe this expansive receptivity and this soft release in your heart space, allow yourself to receive the following intentions as I repeat them, and let your whole heart, your whole body, your whole spirit receive what I have to say. I let go of that which I cannot control. I am light, unburdened, and free. I am completely relaxed and at peace in my body, my mind, my heart, and my soul. Feel these intentions being recognized and honored at all levels of your being, and trust that there's nothing for you to do to make them happen. Simply allow them to take root. And as you do, slowly feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of your awareness, perhaps taking a slightly deeper breath in and out. Maybe beginning to move gently in the fingers and toes. Perhaps rolling the head a bit from side to side, gently, slowly. And as always, one of the great gifts of this class being virtual is that you don't have to get up and move if you don't want to. But we will end with an offering of loving kindness. So if you'd like to change position for that, the options are to roll gently onto one side of your body. You can stay on one side, sort of curled up, supporting your head with a blanket or your arm or pillow, I suppose. And of course, if you choose, you can press yourself up to an upright posture. Only if you'd like. And whether you're staying reclined on your back or on your side or sitting up, just take your time to stay in this place of witness, of pure being. And as I offer loving kindness, if you'd like to bring your hands together or to the body in any way, some options are palms together, or hands to heart, or hands to belly, or one hand to heart and one hand to belly, or none of the above, or something completely different. As I offer loving kindness, I'll make some statements and use the word you because I'm offering loving kindness to you. But as always, I want to strongly encourage you to repeat each of these statements and silently or aloud and change the word you to I so that you're offering yourself loving kindness as well. May you be safe and healthy. May you have a calm, clear mind. May you have an open, loving heart. May you be at peace. May all beings be at peace. That is good work, my friends. Thank you so much for your practice. A rising tide lifts all boats. So you taking good care of yourself truly does elevate us all. Bye for now.